Where you going? Where you going? Are you mad? This video we're going to look at how to title your items. So when you've actually picked your items and you put them on the relevant platforms, how to make the perfect title to help you get higher up in the algorithm, get more eyes on it and get more sales. So stick around. I've also got a crazy story to tell you as well. Just woke up, so it's Saturday morning, and I'm just going to have a quick shower and I'll get back to you. Right, so I'm back. I've had a shower, had a bit of a shave. Unfortunately, I didn't get any footage of that. Or did I? That'll be on my other channel. Only joking, I don't have another channel. Or do I? I'll let you decide, or I'll let you try and find it. And if you can, please subscribe. $9.99 a month. From when we last spoke, I didn't get a shower instantly. I decided to wash my car. My car was absolutely filthy. And if you watch my last video, I mentioned where, I wasn't going to do my car that day because it wasn't a priority. So I left it and it's just got even more filthier. The seagulls are around here now in Aldi car park. So they're blatantly going to be looking for me because my car's like clean as has been all winter. Yeah, so anyway, managed to get my car washed. So feels so much better, being in a clean car. Even for your mental health, just having a little clean environment, the difference it makes. Like how much more happier I am just driving around with the music on, in a clean car. Recommend it. Get your car clean if it's not already. You'll feel so much better driving around. So I mentioned I've got a crazy story to tell. So basically, it's Saturday today. So the story begins on Friday when I finish work. So I finished work about 5 o'clock. I stayed back a little bit, just doing a bit of catching up on some work and so on. And I was looking forward to getting home. It's been a busy week at work. Well, yeah, got home. My mum was looking after my little boy on the day. So when I got in, I was checking up, seeing how they are and how their days are being, etc. And then I was going to make a cup of tea for my mum because, how our mothers are. If you're fortunate to, have your mother still in your life, they like a good cup of tea when they get to a certain age. So I was going to make my mum a cup of tea, and I suddenly started to smell a burning smell. So a bit like a smell when, you have, when a fuse blows and it's like electrical, plasticky burning smell. And I could smell that. It was quite faint to begin with. And then I went upstairs and I was just potting around and the smell started to get stronger. And I was like, hang on a minute, where's the smell coming from? So anyway, I was checking all the plugs and checking everywhere and I couldn't figure it out. But when I was in the hallway upstairs, I'd turned the light on by then. And I was looking at the light and I've done it with my eyes because I've been staring at the light just to see, I don't know why, I was just looking for the smell. I was saying, is it the lights or whatever? I started to look very hazy and I was like, is that my eyes? Like, just because I've been staring at the light? So the more I was looking at it, the more it was looking worse and worse. So anyway, I phoned a family member and yeah, he came around and when he came in, it was like, Jesus Christ, like the smell of burning was insane. And by that point, there was a lot of smoke gathering in the hallway and I was like, where the hell is this coming from? Anyway, we had a look around and we were trying to find what was going on. And then we went back down the stairs and I opened, my family member said, oh, we'll try opening the door where the electrical bit is. I opened it and the smoke bellowing out of that cupboard, it was absolutely terrifying. And basically, the electric box, so it's not the one that's put on by your provider, it's not your electric meter, it's something like the Northern Power Grid put on, which connects your house to the main like electric. There's like stations around everywhere, so it's connected to those. So it's something that's input by those guys. It was pouring with smoke, like black thick smoke started to come out of this. So we were panicking. I'm like, well, got on the phone to try and ring like emergency service, but then the electric went off and all the lights went out and it was starting to get dark at this point as well. So everyone was getting like, my mum was still there, so she was scared. My little boy, he wasn't too bothered, to be fair. He was just more bothered about the Wi-Fi. I'd cut out and he was playing, he was gaming. So when the electric cut out, it started to calm down. So the smoke was still coming out gently, more gently than it was originally. Stunk, it was absolutely vile smell. It was everywhere. The smoke started to clear. For the electric, the Northern Power Grid, they sent someone out. They got there about 7:30. So they're pretty fast, to be fair, than what I expected. But then the gentleman said the whole thing needs replaced. so he had to get like a full team out. Basically, there was a loose connection, so a wire that was going into the box had overheated. It burnt through the plastic, and it was like copper wire or whatever. It must have got so hot. Can you imagine the electric volts? It's pretty scary, to be fair, when you think about how much electric goes into the house. And I was thinking, well, the gas meter's in the same bloody cupboard. Like, how does that work? Like, if that set alight, Jesus, would the house just like blow up or what? I don't know. I'm sure that's just being dramatic. But I dropped my son off at a family member's. Took little Milo, you seen Milo in my video, took him there as well, packed him a little bag just in case they needed it, and I spent most of the time sat in my car because the house was cold and dark, so I'm not just going to sat there waiting for these energy people to come. But anyway, they eventually come, about 9, half 9, you know, I'm still in my work uniform, you know, to finish work, get home, looking forward to getting my jobs done, looking forward to spending a quality weekend, and this is how it starts. So it was 20 past 1, I believe, a.m. before they'd fixed it. So in this time, I'm moving back and forth to family members in the car, dropping stuff off, getting them food. I had to get my son a KFC because I couldn't cook anything. So he was buzzing with that, to be fair, but he wanted to be in his own space, you know. Although he likes being around his family members' house, you know, he likes his own space, gaming with his mates or doing whatever. So they eventually fixed it. So I eventually got to bed about 2 a.m, woke up at 8 this morning when I started to make the video. And I had loads of plans, you know, I had eBay stuff to do. It's just one of those things, you know, we're very lucky, you know, I'm lucky it happened while I was at home. Not that I was like any good at kind of resolving something like that, but, you know, if my mum was just on her own, she would have been panicking. We're so lucky it didn't happen during the night, because if it happened during the night, you know, God knows what could have happened. You know, there could have been a huge fire from it. We didn't have anything else in the cupboard. So luckily there's nothing else in that little cupboard. It's like a little cupboard under the stairs. Because if there was anything material based or anything under there, you know, that could have set on fire. We do have fire alarms. The fire alarm downstairs didn't go off. And to be fair, neither did the one upstairs. The smoke was rising mainly. So yeah, I must admit I haven't checked my fire alarms. You know, we've got them installed and you're supposed to test them yearly. On reflection, I've not done that. So if there's a plea to anybody out there, you know, if you haven't checked your fire alarms, please check them, because you just don't know. And that could have escalated to something so much more serious than it actually was. It was a bit of an inconvenience, if anything, not being able to have electric for a few hours and not being able to do my eBay stuff, not get prepared for the weekend. But you know what? It could have been a lot more serious. So I'll take that inconvenience and we'll move on. And we'll learn our lesson. I'm going to check the fire alarms more frequently, but please check your own. But anyway, that's how my weekend started. Jesus. So I'm going to do some food shopping now. I've obviously lost about 5 hours of the weekend. As you know, I work full time, so my weekend time is a mix of dedicating that to family and also dedicating it to my businesses. So we're going to crack on. I hope that story was just like, if anything, you got from that, you know, if you didn't find it like, I don't know, I'm not going to say entertaining, but if you didn't find it intriguing about how these things can happen, if anything, just check your fire alarm. So the main topic of the video is going to be about your items, title. So how you title your items for... Where you going? Where you going? The guy blocked me and then he had the audacity, what a lovely word, definitely been reading the thesaurus there, to start like pointing a finger at me, and he's going the wrong way in the freaking car park. Anyway, let's not forget, let's be all positive today. I'll let this person out. There you go, positivity. Yeah, all about titles. So we've talked about how to photo your items. If you haven't seen that video, you know, the one before this is all about how you photo items and gives you a bit of hints and tips of what I do and how I photo my items. So you've got your photos, and now we're going to start looking at listing those items. So basically, there's a specific way to do it. Well, there's not, but I believe there's a specific way to do that will make you more successful. Right, so I'm finally home. Feels like a long time coming. What a day. I'm not going to lie, I'm absolutely shattered. I may not look it, may look youthful and alert, but no, deep down, I'm absolutely shattered. As you know, it's been a bit of a crazy 24 hours. But you know, I'm here for you, and we're going to continue, and we're going to get to the part that you've all been looking forward to. I hope anyway, and we're going to talk about the titles. So regarding titles, obviously I've been doing eBay quite a long time, and this is where I've done most of my research. Obviously Vinted is relatively new, but I'm just going to use the same process for Vinted also. With eBay, you know, there's been a lot of trial and error, and I've got a really good understanding now, I think is the correct way to do it. And I've done a lot of research on YouTube, you know, people who are certainly a lot more experienced than I am and have, you know, much bigger stores, you know, you're talking about £1 million stores, etc. If you've got a pen and paper, you can write it down. If not, you know, feel free to come back to the video. So I specialize, as you know, in clothing. So my titles mainly aimed at clothing sellers, but we will delve into other areas as well. First, we're going to start with brand. So we're going to be really broad here. We're going to start with brand. So if we're talking about this t-shirt I've got here, so Nike, simple as that. No keywords prior to that. So we're not talking about, you know, lovely or beautiful or vintage. No keywords before that. So you're going to go straight for brand. So then we're going to narrow it down as we continue the rest of the title. So we'll use this t-shirt as an example. So Nike, whatever it may be, Ralph Lauren, and when you get the gist, brand first. Next, we're going to look at gender. So we're going to have Nike, and then we're going to have like men's. So Nike men's, you know, it could be Ralph Lauren women's, All Saints child's. So yeah, get the gist. So brand, gender. The next is product type. So we've got Nike men's t-shirt. Pretty simple. Whatever it is, you know, you can Rohan women's jacket, Reese child's joggers. Don't know if Reese do child's joggers, but there you go. So we're starting to build and narrow it down now. So we've started very broad with just the brand, and now we're working towards turning it to the specific item that you're selling. Once we've got the brand, the gender, and the product type, then we're going to look at size. So I'm a small, this is a small t-shirt, so we're just adding small in there. I'll not necessarily put S in. I know I see a lot of S's, depends on your characters. The only time I would put the letters in, and just the letters, if it's like XXL or XL. And if there's enough space, I would like extra large as well, but I wouldn't just put S, I would put small. So I'd literally spell the word small, SMALL. Along with that as well, the just what it's on my mind is the actual the case of the letters. So I would put the first letter of each word as uppercase, as a capital, and then the rest of each word is lowercase. So I wouldn't put everything in capital letters like you're shouting, and I wouldn't put everything in small letters. So once we've got the brand, so we've got the Nike, and we've got the gender, men's t-shirt, and we've got a small, we've got size small, then we're going to put keywords in. So we're going to look at colour potentially, so blue and white. Same again, if you want to save keywords, I'll just go with the predominant colour, which is blue. And material, so you cotton, polyester, whatever the material may be, you'll obviously find that on the tag. And any other keywords that are really going to sell. So when you do your research, you will find the items that are very similar for sale, and you can have a good look and see what type of keywords are on theirs. So for instance, this is dry fit. It's a great keyword, dry fit. You could put football, gym, running, you know, lots of different types of keywords you could use to sell this top. So it's just a case of playing about with it. Me, I would probably put football and gym, maybe dry fit, football, gym. So you're kind of playing about with the item that you've got. You're going to do some research anyway. So you're going to look on eBay at solds and you'll find some keywords there. You'll find some keywords by Googling the item. So you can take a picture of the item and do a Google Lens, and you'll find out what Nike have potentially put on their website, or like Sports Direct. Check out the shirt and see if there's any keywords you want to pinch from there as well. To get 80 characters, I'll try and use as many as possible. So I hope that's okay. So let me just summarize that. So we've got brand, gender, product type, and then we've got size, and then other keywords like color, material, what it's for, sports, could be vintage, you know, whatever it is that you've done your research on, then you put the keywords in towards the end. Now, away from clothing, so anything else is pretty much the same, apart from obviously some of the things like gender, size, you know, they may not be applicable, but you're kind of going through the same process. Brand first, and then working your way along. I don't know, I'm trying to think of a iron, so what's an iron make? Swan, iron, and then whatever keywords, you know, steam, cordless, whatever, you know, multifunction iron, 1.5 litre, whatever. I'm not an expert in iron, so, you know, do your research. Ceramic, base, but whatever you heat with, so yeah. The only exception with the start, where we're talking about going straight into brand, would be seasonal items. So if that's like Mother's Day, Valentine's Day, Christmas, any season you can think of, Easter, then you can put the season before you put the rest of the product information. So Mother's Day, teddy, whatever it's made of, whatever keywords you're going to put on there. Valentine's Day, flowers, whatever keywords you want to put on there. So that's the only exception at the start. I hope you found that useful. Give it a go. Start updating your items. Maybe go back through some old items that haven't sold. Try this out. See if you get any more impact. See if you get any more watches, any more views on the item. But I can guarantee, following this process and following the picture process, which we talked about in the last video, you're going to start to see an increase. Your store's going to look more professional. You're going to get more views. You're going to get more watches, and you're going to get more sales, and you're going to make more money. If you need any more support, you know, let me know. If there's any other type of video you want to for me to make to try and help, and put it down in the comments. And, you know, thank you for getting this far. I'm absolutely shattered. I want to go straight to bed after this, but I hope the video has helped, because I'm enthusiastic about helping, and that's what's keeping me like motivated, is to see if I can help at least one person improve their store. I know times are hard. I want people to make more money, and I want people to have a more fulfilled life. Thank you for tuning in. I hope you can like, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you at the next one.